so today we are spending 7% less on clothing, and we have 60% more clothing items than we did in the 60s. So you can see that on this chart here. This is like representing how much we're spending and how our amount of clothing is going up. So fast fashion is all about getting clothing onto the market as fast as possible. So major retailers like Forever 21, Old Navy, Charlotte Russe, and more are like stealing designs from independent retailers, stealing designs from independent designers and selling pieces of questionable quality for a fraction of the price. As broke college students, I think we can all agree that a good deal can really make your day. So also living in LA, it's pretty imperative to have trendy and fashion-forward clothing. Something that we don't usually consider is the impact our clothing is having on the environment. So I've been shopping at the thrift store since before Macklemore made it cool back in like 2012 with his song Thrift Shop. I have always cared a lot about the environment, and I always try to find ways to reduce my carbon footprint. So today I'm going to explain why fast fashion is harmful and explain what it is, and how to avoid fast fashion, and the benefits of recycling your clothing. So fast fashion, it's really hard on the environment. The apparel industry accounts for 10% of the global carbon emissions each year, and it's second only to oil as an industrial polluter. And fast fashion items are often worn less than 5 times and kept for only about 35 days, after which most of the time they're put into the landfill. And they're producing over 400% more carbon emissions per item per year than garments worn 50 times and kept for a full year. So this is according to an article by Green Matters about 2 months ago by Cody Nealis. So you can avoid fast fashion in several different ways. One of the most harmful things about fast fashion is that it relies on the use of polyester, which is a petroleum-based textile. So that's really bad for the environment. Let me see here. And it's used for its low cost, versatility, and wrinkle-free properties. But since it's synthetic and it's a carbon-intensive, non-renewable resource, it's really harsh on the environment. And this is from an article by EcoCult, and it's written by Alvin Wicker in 2015. Another way you can avoid fast fashion is by being a strategic consumer. So when you're buying clothing items, think about how many different ways you can wear one piece instead of just getting something that you can only wear one way. You can shop indie brands. It's really good to support local designers anyway. So indie designers usually don't buy in bulk, and they don't use cheap synthetic textiles. And then you can rent items for special events instead of buying something with the intention of only wearing it once. And then you can shop at the thrift store, which brings me to my next point, the benefits of recycling your clothing. So there's a lot of benefits when it comes to recycling your clothing. Every piece of clothing takes a lot of energy to produce. So by recycling it, you're giving it more of a use for the energy that it takes. And you can also repurpose the fabrics if you don't want to donate them to be used for other like household items. And then shopping at the thrift store is really good because there's a wide variety of items. I guarantee there's like something for everybody at the thrift store. Everything I'm wearing today was thrifted. I buy pretty much everything from the thrift store. So another thing I like to do is I find it's really hard to find like jeans that fit me really well. So I'll buy jeans and stuff from the thrift store and then have them tailored. Like these ones I had tailored, and they're like Zara jeans, so new they would have been like $100 or more, but I bought them for like $7 and I had them tailored for like $20. So I have a tailored pair of jeans. It's easy enough. So I've explained fast fashion, how to avoid fast fashion, and the benefits of recycling your clothing. And if you're thinking like, oh, you know what, her style's kind of weird, I'm not into it, I don't want to, and I don't really want to make any changes in the way that I'm shopping, I would just say that what you can do is just recycle your clothing, because as Americans, we're only donating about 15% of our clothing right now. So if we could just increase that every year and be donating more, it would make a really big impact. And these are my sources.